All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about something most of us probably have some pretty strong memories of, gym class. But we're looking at a huge shift, a whole new playbook for physical education that's about way more than just learning how to play a sport. So, I want you to think for a second. When I say gym class, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably, the sound of sneakers squeaking on the floor, maybe the dread of running laps, or even the chaos of a dodgeball game. But educators all over the world are starting to ask, what if PE could be something else entirely? To really get where we're going, we first have to take a quick look back at where we've been. Let's break down that traditional gym class model. And this right here really gets to the core of it. On one side, you have that old school model. It was all about motor performance, how fast you could run, how high you could jump. The teacher was the expert, standing at the front, and everything was driven by competition. But these new approaches, they completely flip the script. The focus is on the whole student. It's student-centered, and the big goal is collaboration. So that brings up this really powerful idea. What if PE wasn't just about teaching sports? What if it could be a place where we actually build character, where we build a sense of community? That's the exact question these new models are trying to answer.
So how does this actually work in a real school? Well, the first big idea we're going to look at is a powerful one called service learning.
At its heart, service learning, or APS as you'll see it called in the research, is just a brilliant combination. You take the actual stuff students are supposed to be learning from the curriculum, and you weave it together with real, meaningful community service. The concept is pretty simple. You learn by doing, and what you're doing is actually making a difference. And this isn't just, unstructured volunteering. It's a really thought-out educational process. It starts with students identifying a genuine need right there in their own community. Then they actually design a project to tackle it. They put that plan into action, they evaluate how it went, and, this part is key, they celebrate what they accomplished. It's a whole cycle of learning and giving back. And here is a fantastic real-world example. It's called plogging, which is basically a mix of jogging and picking up litter. The students are hitting their physical fitness goals for sure, but at the same time, they're cleaning up their neighborhood. They are physically connecting their own well-being to the health of their community. It's perfect. Okay, the next big idea is called cooperative learning. And this one really messes with our traditional idea of what it means to win. This quote says it all. Think about it. In a typical competitive game, for you to win, someone else has to lose. But in cooperative learning, the entire structure is different. Your personal success is completely tied to the success of your group. You literally can't succeed unless your whole team does. And this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It's grounded in some serious educational theory. The research points to 4 big reasons why this works. First, it's motivational. You're driven because the team's success is your success. Then there's social cohesion. You build stronger bonds, which helps you learn better. Cognitively, you end up thinking in more complex ways because you're bouncing ideas off each other. And finally, it's developmental. Students basically pull each other up, helping each other grow. So if you're going to change the game this much, you also have to change how you keep score, right? This leads to totally new ways of evaluating students where they aren't just the players anymore, they get to be the referees too. Yeah, that old school report card with just a letter grade on it, it just doesn't fit with these new models. So the focus shifts to something called formative and shared evaluation. The goal isn't just to give a final grade, it's to improve the learning while it's happening. It becomes this constant feedback loop where students are a huge part of the process.
And the tools they use for this can be incredibly simple but really effective. For younger kids, something as basic as a happy face or a sad face can be a powerful way to reflect. At the end of a class, a student can quickly think, did I really try my best today? Did I help my teammates? It makes that evaluation process immediate, personal, and easy to understand.
As the students get a little older, the tools can get a bit more detailed. This is an example of what they call co-evaluation, where the students are actually giving feedback to each other. Using a simple rubric, teammates can check off things like, did they contribute ideas? Did they help others? Did they respect the rules? It creates this amazing culture where everyone feels accountable to each other. They even have these quick, in-the-moment check-ins. One is called the thumb technique. So at the end of an activity, the teacher might ask, okay, everyone, how did we do on our goal of respecting each other? And students give a quick thumbs up for great, thumbs sideways for okay, or a thumbs down if they know they could have done better. It's a fast, nonverbal, honest way to keep those social goals right at the forefront.
So what happens when you do all this? What's the real bottom line? What does the scoreboard actually look like when you put these new ideas into practice?
Well, the data is pretty incredible. Look at this chart. It shows the massive change in academic results after just one school year using these methods. The number of failing grades, it just plummets. Meanwhile, the percentage of students getting outstanding marks shoots way up. It's pretty clear proof that building better social skills in the gym has a real, tangible impact on how well you do in the classroom.
But at the end of the day, this isn't just about getting a better grade in PE. The real goal, the big prize, is using this class to help develop the whole person. We're talking about those essential life skills: responsibility, teamwork, empathy, the things students will need to be engaged citizens long after they've graduated.
And that really leaves us with this final big thought to chew on. If a subject like PE, gym class, can be totally reimagined to teach some of the most important things about being a good person and a good citizen, it kind of forces you to ask a much bigger question. What is the true potential and the real purpose of every single classroom? Thanks for watching.